Right, and we are back on air. I hope you have gotten your stock of refreshments. I hope that you have used the other rooms, because this is about to be a thriller. This is a win or go home for KPA. So the big question, will their season end today? Will Ulinzi Warriors find themselves back in the finals after a while? We're about to tip off. And we are set. We are set to take you through this game. I'm expecting high energy. I'm expecting a lot of calmness and composure from both sides. Because trust you me, I'm 100% sure that Ulinzi Warriors would not want this game to go to Game 5. KPA, on the other hand, their season is on the line. Will they play with that pride? Will they play with that urgency? And tipped off, it's controlled by Spencer, and KPA bring the ball up for the first possession of the game. Ball out to Gary Wekesa, inside to Spencer. Spencer, his double team, kicks it out to Gary, and we have a loose ball turnover, but KPA get it right back after Ulinzi failed to handle it. Spencer looking to put the moves. Oh, that was a questionable shot. Now that's a more open shot, and Spencer gets the first one to drop.
Spencer Morel, very instrumental in yesterday's game, but KPA came up short, and today he has started off with the right energy for the Dockers.
Brandon Zioka being hounded by Gary with nowhere to go. He finds Rapudo with a running floater hook, and the ball is knocked out of play, and Ulinzi retain possession. Ball inbounded to John Washika, out to Brandon Zioka. Brandon Zioka looking to make something happen. Stifling defense by KPA, but Ulinzi managed to retain possession, but throw it out of bounds.
The second turnover by the Ulinzi Warriors, that one being unforced. Akoi throwing the ball a bit far away from Rapudo. They give KPA a free possession on that trip. They're going back to Morel. Morel has been doing good things for the Dockers, but it's called for a traveling violation.
I feel that Spencer, whenever he gets the chance to play a one-on-one, he should take it. But the moment the double team comes and they are doubling him on every possession, he needs to kick it out and trust his teammates.
Kisilo fighting at the post there, not to give up position, and ball stolen by Tobias.
And Toby is off to the races.
Kisilo today making better judgment. Yesterday he chucked up ill-advised shots.
Toby with nowhere to go finds help in Martin Buluma, who also had an amazing game. And an offensive foul called on Spencer Morel as he looks there in disbelief. That has been his Achilles heel this whole season, picking up unnecessary fouls and getting himself into foul trouble, which limits his ability to play defense.
Well,
and we know that he's an amazing rim protector. Nice heads-up play by Martin Boluma as he gets the steal, and realizing that he was going out of bounds, he throws the ball off Elvis. Amazing heads-up play. What a defensive sequence by Martin Boluma.
The KPA Dockers have started with the energy of a team with the season on the line.
Salim Kisilu looking to put the moves on John Washika. John Washika standing his ground. As the referee indicates a foul on John Washika, he seemed to have stood his ground, but the referee decided otherwise. I can feel the energy and the tension in this gymnasium right now. Martin Boluma with an inbound to Toby. Toby had nowhere to go, and he tried to flip up a Hail Mary, which did not work. Brands comes down the other way, pulls up for the three. Long ball, hits the front of the rim. Salim Kisilu carols the rebound.
And today you can see that the KPA Dockers are matching the physicality of the Ulinzi Warriors as Tobias sinks yet another 3-point shot for the KPA Dockers. 2 3-point shots for the home team.
Beautiful move by Rapudo, straight line drive with no help. Spencer did not want to risk getting a foul, and he let Rapudo get a straight line drive. Toby with a cross of his own, driving in between, ball out to Martin. Salim Kisilu, beautiful ball movement. Gary Kessa with a wide open jumper, doesn't get it to go, and the rebound is grabbed down emphatically by John Washika.
I'd say that is a statement rebound by Washika, just to let you know.
Branson Zioka, he ran into some trouble.
And the Dockers have the numbers now. But they calm the ball down.
Again, Gary with nowhere to go. I think if the Dockers would swing the ball a bit more, they would get the openings that they're looking for.
Yes, we've seen that from Tobias. They're trying to squeeze their way through defenders, which, to be honest, is not the wisest of decisions. It is just good enough if you move the ball. And that is a dangerous foul by Akoi, tripping Buluma from behind.
If you remember yesterday, Elvis Akoi took a hard hit on Spencer when he picked up his unsportsmanlike foul. Let's see what the decision on the floor will be.
The referee says it's a blocking foul. So Buluma makes his way to the free throw line.
As we have a fan who is holding up a placard declaring that this series is going to game 5. Well, if it does, I will call him a prophet from now on. Martin Boluma calmly sinks both free throws as KPA jump to an 8-2 lead to begin this ball game.
As in yesterday's game, we saw that KPA was struggling from the line. Tobias was struggling. He made his way to the free throw line several times. But today, on their first attempts, they go 2 for 2. Buluma now. Gary Wekesa breaking loose. Wekesa goes all up on, throws it down. Gary Wekesa rises up and rocks the rim.
And it sends the fans into a frenzy. My God, the fans erupted. It's like they anticipated that. Oh, Rapudo with a step through. Spencer with a monster rebound. And Toby calmly brings it up.
Tobias being hounded by Nzioka. The intensity has increased and the Ulinzi Warriors come up with a steal.
After an inerrant pass. Martin Boluma with yet... Oh! I was about to say with yet another steal, but the referee decided otherwise.
Yeah, he almost stole that ball, but unfortunately he blocked with his leg, so it was a borderline foul, but the referee's decision, as we say, is final. KPA Dockers have started with the right tone in this game for a do-or-die game for the home team. I see there the flash by Gary Okesa, breaking loose, finding himself open and taking no chances, making sure that the ball drops right through the rim.
That was a very high percentage shot.
You can't take any chances, especially the magnitude of the game like this.
The scores are 10-2 favor KPA Dockers as Coach Bernard Mufutu calls a timeout to try and calm his team down and get them into their motion. So the big question is, Can KPA keep up this energy for 40 minutes?
Well, one thing we know about the Ulinzi Warriors is that they are used to physical activities in the camp, so we can't be sure that they have the endurance to play a physical game, because that is how they always play every time.
You see, but your energy, like you may have physical abilities, but if your opponent takes a 30-point lead, it will definitely, your energy will be depleted like air out of a balloon.
And Brands Joka there picking up an offensive foul.
After he smacked Gary in the face.
I think he just said hi.
He high-fived his face.
In the wrong place.
He was like, hi, can I give you a high five to your face?
Offensive foul by the
Trevor
Warriors.
Gary into Megan, and Trevor cannot handle the give and go. But luckily they retained possession.
Now Coach Michael Bell not pleased
with that particular sequence. Martin Buluma making easy work of that post play, making easy work of Elvis in that particular possession.
And one thing the KPA Dockers identified yesterday, albeit late in the game, was that they had a bit of success hunting the smaller players on the Ulinzi Warriors side. But the Warriors made quick adjustments.
You see, for Martin, given his size and the position he plays, he will definitely always be matched up with smaller people.
Yeah, of course, he has godlike movement, but with the strength of a big man, so he can hold his own at the post, but he can still play like a guard at a very high level.
With Elisha Odhiambo picking up where he left off yesterday. And he calmly sinks the second one. Salim hesitated, drives, he loses it, ball out to Martin, wide open three, air ball, as the ball is mishandled by Elvis, and KPA retained possession.
And one thing, Trevor has to play a bit more physical, because yesterday he didn't get enough minutes, and he seems to be playing a bit softly given the intensity of this game. He had that ball in his hand, but Akoi outmuscled him. But luckily they got the possession.
Toby with a deep three. Salim comes in flying for the rebound. Trevor wide open. Locks, loads, hits, connects.
That is 3 3-point shots by the KPA Dockers.
Oh man. I'm telling you, KPA are definitely bringing the energy in this first quarter. They seem to be intent in forcing a game 5. Brands misses everything and Toby is off. Toby with the speed. Passes it in.
Oh, Brands pickups a hard foul.
As Trevor tried to adjust, he felt the contact, tried to adjust. And that was a smart play by Trevor to keep the ball away from the defender. In comes Antonio Buire.
The man, the myth, the legend.
The man, the myth, the legend.
Yesterday, Antonio Buire made good use of the 15 or so minutes. I think he played for 15 minutes only.
I think it was more, but I don't know. But either way, he gave them awesome minutes. Ati wanasema hata paka mzee bado anakunywa maziwa.
Antonio Buire.
Trevor Gary. You see, this is the type of production that KPA need from other players, because yesterday it was mainly Spencer and Martin who were carrying the load, but today other players have stepped up.
And checking in is Washington Ayecho for the KPA Dockers. Yesterday he got minutes late into the game and he played decently well, and today the coach has trusted him early enough. And we'll see what he will reward his coach with, given the trust that has been bestowed on him in game 4 of this series.
So far, Trevor Gary quietly has picked up 5 points, which is a good sign. Elisha Odhiambo has been magnificent this whole series. looking to go to work. Wisely kicks it out. KPA, they recover well. That was nice rotation. The Churchill trying to force it, flips it up. Salim pulls it down. Martin out to Washington. Washington brings it up. Organizing his team. Trevor with a beautiful slip move.
And Megan Nyamo silently being very critical on the offensive glass there. And KPA Dockers get another offensive rebound. Kisilu almost turning the ball over on that pass. Buluma forcing matters, but Kisilu stayed too long in the paint.
And the referee actually called a travel.
So I think those could be 2 violations. And the referee picked the easier one. The travel was called.
We have a substitution as Collins Muliro checks in for Elvis. Elisha Odiambo being guarded by Spencer. Way top of the key. Elisha Odiambo pulls up for 3. Doesn't get it to go. It hits the top of the rim. And KPA cannot control the rebound. And Ulinzi retained possession with 2 minutes 57 seconds left in this first quarter. And Ulinzi have 11 seconds on the shot clock. Back door, Rapudo can't get it to fall as Washington brings the ball up. Washington being guarded by Rapudo. He almost loses him, but he covers quite well.
And Odondo could not handle that pass from Ayecha.
I think he was thinking about the shot even before he got the ball.
Yeah, the mind was ahead of the body. Leading to a turnover.
So you're saying that the body-to-mind coordination, there was a network issue.
Yeah, slight delay.
The Bluetooth device.
We're trying.
Long outlet pass as Trevor.
Wow.
Trevor Gary is having himself a first quarter. He's up to 7
Turnover
points.
by the Warriors.
And he forces a turnover. Trevor Gary, where was he yesterday?
He was on the bench.
Maybe this is him demanding more minutes.
You have to earn that trust from your coach, and Trevor doing his best to make sure that the coach remembers him every time he's looking for someone to put in the field of play.
KPA had a challenge in bounding that ball. With the time winding down, they were forced into a turnover by the defense, by the stifling defense by the Ulinzi Warriors. Ball kicked out to the corner. Elisha back to Churchill. Churchill to Antonio Buire. Antonio Buire a bit too strong. Ooh, Elisha, he climbed the skies for that one.
A very athletic play there by Elisha, but couldn't get the rebound.
Yeah, but I think he needed a parachute on the way down. That's how high he jumped.
Very high. Elisha towering the skies there.
Big shout out to all of our viewers. Tell us where you're viewing us from and who you got for this game.
Sinks the fast free throw there, Elisha.
Elisha has been nothing but superb from the free throw line.
He's very efficient, and he's a sort of go-to guy for the Ulinzi Warriors. And I think the Ulinzi Warriors should be looking for him more to cut into this big deficit that has been made in the first quarter.
The scores are 19-6 with 2 minutes left in this first quarter.
Wambua checks in for the KPA Dockers, accompanied by Spencer Morel, and quickly they go to the post. Morel, too long, overshot.
Everything. Gift was given to to the KPA. They did not want it and they sent it right back to Ulinzi. Churchill with a hand in his face.
And a push-off foul by Buire, pushing off Morel.
Those two had an exchange yesterday and it was really nice to see them go at it. Ulinzi Warriors seem to be over the penalty. Spencer misses the first free throw. But he makes up for it in the second one. As Bran brings up the ball against Spencer. Spencer holding his ground, but Bran gets all the way to the cup.
That was a very clever play by Bran. He noticed that he was being picked by a big man and he turned him left and right all the way to the cup. Morel just couldn't keep up with the pace. And Yecha misses a three-point attempt there. Fight for the rebound. Muliro can't keep it in play.
The bodies are flying all over the place, and the
tough
referees
it
they
out.
need to get. This is the playoffs. I mean, come on.
Yeah,
This is the intensity that you want. Everybody wants that ball so bad.
Kitongo really had no chance, but he wanted to join the party regardless with no invitation.
At this rate, you know, just because we are in Mombasa, some people might mistake it for them being at the beach, you know, diving all over the place.
Yeah. And of course the paint is also blue, so there could be an optical illusion. And Kitongo.
Foul is called on Collins Muliro, who joined the dive party a bit late, and the referee was telling him that he had no business because the whistle had already been blown.
Yes.
And he had no business in diving for the ball.
Yeah, no business at all there. But you know, that is what you want. You want to make the impression, especially to your teammates and to your coach, that I really want this, even if you truly know that you have no chance.
As Monte doesn't get the first one to sink. But he makes up for it with the second one as he gets it to drop. Today the bench is being rotated more as we're seeing a lot of substitutions in the first quarter. This is something I think that KPA are doing that they did not do yesterday.
Yeah, the coach is now giving a lot of confidence to his players at the biggest game of the season for the KPA Dockers. Period, the turnaround jumper. Experience showing in the way he plays his brand of basketball.
Cool, calm, composed, collected.
And Ayecha picked up by Muliro deep in the paint. He wants to post him up. Monte still can't buy anything on the offensive end. A forced shot there.
By Churchill.
And it drops in.
With time winding down.
Seconds on the clock and KPA lose the ball. Fight for the ball. And the foul.
Oh, KPA getting a bit sloppy.
Foul on Monte Kimba. Lennox Wanje checking in.
With 4.9 seconds left. I'm wondering what Coach Mike Opel's strategy is with that substitution. Maybe in the event of they pull down the rebound, they need somebody who can push the ball up the floor really fast.
Yeah, I really think they are looking for that. A person who can run the ball and also take a long shot if need be. And Lennox Wanje just is the guy for that job.
He is arguably one of the fastest players on the court right now. Oh, the referee issued a technical foul. We must have missed that. I thought it was a common foul. Collins Muliro with 4.9 seconds left. Out to Brian. Brian gets...
Oh, he was going for the kill, Churchill. And Rambo throws out the ball, but it hit the glass. Churchill had really bad intentions on that possession. Sorry, Brian had bad intentions on that possession.
He was going for the headshot, but Megan told him, nah, you better go back to training.
That marks it for the first quarter, 21-13. KPA maintaining their lead with their hot start on their elimination game here.
Right, and we will be right back with the second quarter as we leave you with some replays from the first quarter. All right, and we are back live for the second quarter of this exciting game in a must-win game for KPA if they hope to keep their season alive. After a shaky start by the Ulinzi Warriors, but they seem to have found their footing. Ulinzi Warriors, after a quite shaky start, they seem to have found their footing. And because there was a time the scores were 19-5. And since then, Ulinzi went on an 8-2 run. The ball is inbounded. Antonio Buire, a temporary point guard, out to Churchill. Churchill into Brian. Brian looking to make a move, tries to shovel the pass in. Antonio with nowhere to go, tries to sell the call, but the referees were not buying. I think the flop market was closed. Ball out to Gary, Salim, and a push on Brian. A push by Brian, not on Brian.
And I think one thing Kisilu is not getting right, he's posting far away from the rim. He should start his post deep in the paint so that once he gets pushed out of the paint, when he gets the ball, he'll still be close enough to do something with the ball, because now we are seeing him getting pushed all the way to the 3-point line.
As Lennox Wanje with a turnover. David Kitongo brings it up, kicks it out, wide open. Brands.
Oh, beautiful
Sends
pick.
flying at the rims, kicks it to Churchill. Churchill with a miss, the rebound is controlled. There seems to be a lot of activity.
Kitongo diving yet another, and not missing opportunities to take a dive.
I hope that the Ulinzi Warriors are staying an extra day in Mombasa so that he can take his talents to the beach.
To the pool. Or perhaps he should join the Kenya Navy.
Yeah, maybe he's in the wrong department. As Lennox Wanje gets the first one to drop. The referee assessed an unsportsmanlike foul on David Kitongo. And he breaks the second one. Elisha Odhiambo checks back in for Antonio Bwire. There seems to be something going on at the scores table as we have a game stoppage. And the issue seems to be resolved, and the game is set to resume. Oh, there still seems to be an issue. I think there's a dispute on who the last foul was assessed to. And the game is delayed as they are sorting it out at the scores table. Because right now at the table it's a battle of technology with both teams coming with their gadgets.
I think the league should now, at this point, have a statistician. Not just for each team should have their own statistician, but the league should also have their own statistician to keep track of such kind of things. As Wanje tries to post up, his big man there, Buluma with energy, keeping the ball in play.
He was trying to hit the ball off the Ulinzi Warriors player, but he was unsuccessful, as the Ulinzi Warriors successfully dodged that bullet. Brian to Collins. Brian like to put the spin move. Oh, that was an unnecessary foul by Spencer. I don't know what was going through his head as he made that decision.
And as a coach, you always want to tell your big man never to go for the low balls, because you are so high, and often most big men are slow enough, they can't keep up with the pace of the guard. So every time you try to swipe down, more often than not, you'll pick up a foul, and that is the case that has happened with Morel Spencer.
And I don't know why he's complaining, because that was a clear foul.
I think he's not happy with the fact that he has been taken out of the game.
But as a coach, that's the right play. You have 2 fouls with 8 minutes to go in the second. So the question is, do they risk? And given his past tendencies, I think that was the right decision by the coach.
You don't want to take that risk at all. There's still a lot of basketball to be played, a lot of time left. And the second half is where the difference is always made in any game. So you want to preserve him for as long as you can and put him in the most important parts of the game.
Lennox Wanje getting the screen by Salim. Nice pick and pop. Salim with the high arcing three doesn't get it to drop. The rebound is chased down by Ulinzi Warriors as Collins Muliro brings up the ball, being hounded by Martin Boluma with nowhere to go. Beautiful defense by Martin. And Collins is caught with the 8-second violation.
Boluma putting on the clamps on Collins.
This is the second time Martin Boluma has forced a turnover off the inbound.
I think Boluma has a lot of familiarity with Collins. And so he knew he had a chance of forcing that turnover on him.
Yeah, but he did the exact same thing also to Elvis in the first quarter.
Yeah, of course you have to see that Boluma is a bit bigger than the guy he is guarding, so he has the strength to give them trouble, and he also has the speed to keep up with them. So if as a guard you face a lot of challenges going around him and also beating the clock.
Lennox Wanje, Salim thought about it, drives, kicks it out. Megan thought about it. Boluma wide open, takes it, misses it. But Gary Wekesa is there for cleanup duty.
Right place, right time, Gary Wekesa. And a foul is called on Lennox Wanje. And the fans are not happy. They feel that the referee is calling fouls that, given the intensity of this game, are a bit soft to say.
I agree with the fans. David Kitungo with nowhere to go. Oh, they got bailed out right there. Because David Kitongo had nowhere to go. He dumped it into Regan, who happened to get the foul call.
Tobias checks in for Lennox Wanje.
Regan Okere at the line. Doesn't get the second one to go. The rebound is chased down and Toby brings the ball up, calling out a play. Let's see if they'll go with a pick and pop again.
Tobias loses his defenders and goes up for the layup.
Nice acrobatic move by Tobias as he sidestepped his way to the basket.
And Tobias is also very strong for a guard. And he forced his way, muscled his way actually through the defenders. We have a replay there, see Tobias.
As he muscled his way with a bit of finesse.
Yes, a combination of finesse and power to finish.
Elisha with a high release, doesn't get it to go, and the rebound is controlled. Almost a turnover. Toby again in, kicks it out. Gary Wekesa wide open, comes up with an air ball. The ball is fought for. Awesome hustle play by Martin. The ball did not touch the rim. So with the shot clock winding down.
And
again, bodies flying. Bodies are flying. Oh my God. After this game, I don't think there's anybody who will be required to wipe the gymnasium floor because the players have been doing it all game.
The floor will be so clean.
Floor is clean and the jerseys are dirty.
Yeah, the only job left will be to switch off the lights.
As David Kitongo bricks the first one. And he gets the second one to drop.
Rapudo checks in for Kitongo. Elvis to Rapudo for 3. High arcing 3, misses. Buluma on the race. Wekesa ahead of the pack. Wekesa switches hands, getting too fancy. Wekesa. And it's called for a foul, but Rapudo losing it. Then Wekesa switch hands. Rapudo, you can see, I'm not sure if he connected on that contact, but it looked to be so.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, he got him.
I don't know why he's complaining. As Gary Wekesa, he misses the first one. Gary Wekesa misses both. And a foul assessed on Martin, and he acknowledges it, that his hand was caught in the cookie jar.
And Buluma bounced the ball hard. The Ulinzi Warriors were calling for a technical foul.
Yeah, but there was no malice or ill intent. He was more frustrated at himself as opposed to the call, because he acknowledged the foul. And I can't believe that they gave him a technical foul for that.
And I think, in my opinion, these are those types of calls where the referee has to use his wisdom rather than follow the rule book at the letter of the law. You have to follow the spirit rather than the letter in these kinds of occasions.
Him banging the ball was more his frustration for the foul he committed, because the moment the foul was called, he immediately acknowledged it. Oh, I think it's a normal foul because KPA are over the limit. Maybe we were too quick to judge the referee. Referee, you have our apologies.
Buluma controls the ball and is open.
Skip coach Buluma sees an opening, gets it to
Pumped.
go. Foul under basket, and he's pumped up after that play. Oh my God, he's
and he heads straight to his bench.
As you can see, the emotions pouring out.
His teammates congratulating him for his effort.
Scores are 29-17.
Martin Buluma going around his defender, getting bumped and finishing strong.
With a lot of emotion after that. Long pass out to Rapudo, controls it, kicks it out to Elvis as they set their offense. Elvis will know where to go, tries to flip it up. His prayer is not answered. The rebound is controlled by Monte. Oh, sorry, by Megan. Salim calms things down.
Oh, nice pass to Kimba. Could not hold on to the ball, but Wekesa rises up for 3 and misses it. Regan going up and under, but coming up short. And someone just asked me, where is Bramwell Mushina? Bramwell Mushina picked up an injury, and he is not ready to play yet.
He picked up an injury in game 1, very early in the game, with about 5 minutes in play, and he rolled his ankle.
It seems to be a very severe ankle injury because he's missed now 2 games.
Yeah. But he's right there on the bench, firmly supporting his team, jumping up and down, supporting, cheering, motivating.
Oh, Tobias all alone in the paint.
Beautiful heads-up play by Monte.
Somebody hit the snooze button for the Ulinzi Warriors.
And Coach Bernard Mufutu immediately calls a timeout.
The sleep was too deep. And Tobias taking advantage, finding himself all alone in the paint. Timeout, Ulinzi Warriors.
Yes, for the fan who was asking about Bramwell Muchina, you can see him there dancing and laughing in jubilation, firmly supporting his teammates. Scores are 31-17, KPA in the lead in a win or go home game for them. Yeah, as we know, Bramwell has been a very key part of this season, and his injury, it disoriented the KPA for a minute, but you can see them all hyped up. Now he has moved from being a player to a resident hype man. He played for the Kenyatta University, then he went on to play in Uganda, out of the country, played for the Kenya team. He's a very silent assassin. Bramwell Muchina is the type of player who will score 20, get 12 rebounds, have 5 blocks without you even knowing that he's doing all that.
Yeah, and even to add on to the list of players who have not been playing this season, Reza Dalla played last season but hasn't gotten action in this season. Asakoi sneaks his way into the paint and finishes for 2. So KPA missing very key players who are very instrumental to their success.
As the ball is knocked out of bounds, KPA retains possession. Toby trying to flip his way through. Gary Wekesa has to put the shot up because of time. Salim Kisilu, right place, right time.
A beneficiary of the loose ball, Salim Kisilu. KPA are putting the clamps on the visiting side. Wekesa hounding the ball handler. Regan, oh, nice pass to the Tyrion, finishes the 2.
Beautiful give and go. That time KPA were caught napping.
I think we expected Morel to block it.
Well, he went up to contest it, but the ball was placed a bit higher. Gary with a long cross. Spencer Morel with the 3-point. Nothing but net.
Spencer rising up to the occasion to sink the 3.
Scores are 36-21 live from the Makande Gymnasium in Mombasa. Brian twisting, turning, throwing it out of bounds.
And the Ulinzi Warriors today are playing out of sorts. They just can't seem to put the pieces together. Their flow is broken.
One thing that I'm loving about the KPA Dockers that they're doing differently today is the way they are rotating the bench. Today, there's no player who's playing for more than 4 or 5 minutes.
I think it's one good strategy to preserve energy and to keep them sharp. So any player who gets the chance to step in the field of play will try to prove his worth. Staying sharp and nice pass to the interior. Morel fouled and it drops in. What a play by Spencer Morel. An energy riser. Congratulated by his teammates and the fans alike.
As you can see today, the energy levels among the Dockers is just crazy. They are high on adrenaline.
Indeed, the energy is over the roof for the home team.
As it should be. If they want to keep their season alive, they're going to need to play like this for 40 minutes. Well, for 27 minutes left. Spencer Morel completes the 3-point play the old-fashioned way.
And one thing KPA should focus on is try to keep Morel more happy, because when he's frustrated, he tends to pick up fouls. But when he is happy, he's a very brilliant player. Asakoi attempts a 3-point shot, but misses. And Bod is tumbling down in the paint. A fight, rebound secured. Trevor.
Nice body control.
Oh, that pass.
Almost a turnover.
Kisilu
Kisilu felt like he was whacked, as Coach Mike is livid and is encouraging him to get back on defense, which he does. Long three-pointer, in and out. The rebound is chased down, controlled by Ulinzi. Was it out to Simon Rapudo, looking to
that is a double
entry.
dribble. He picked up the ball and dribbled it again, but it was so quick, the referee couldn't see it. And they get 2 points from that possession.
Oh. As the ball slips out of Trevor's hands.
And Lennox Wanje checking in for Salim Kisilu. I think the idea is to press the ball full court and Lennox being closer to the ground will be more efficient. Akoi kicks it out.
Is that you calling Lennox shot?
I mean, that is your own interpretation. I will not be responsible for it.
No, but you just said that he's closer to the ground. What exactly do you mean by that?
I'm saying without saying.
Philip, remember, we are in Makande. If he hears this live stream, I'm telling you will be kicked out. And I'll point at you. It was him who said it.
Luckily, I know some people. I'll sneak in.
Simon Rapudo at the line, gets the first one to drop. You just say that you will sneak in. You know, you are not close to the ground. You're pretty tall, so how will you sneak in? Anyway, Simon Rapudo sinks the second one to make it a 14-point game. Washington brings it up. Want a wide open shot for Trevor. Trevor too strong. Spencer going up strong. Doesn't get it to go. Elvis with a skip step. The ball is deflected, but Ulinzi retained possession. Jonte Washika. Ball still out to Brands at the corner. Thought about it. Rather, he pulls up for the flip shot. Doesn't get it to go. And Trevor Gary, with nowhere to go, runs himself into trouble. Ball is kicked out to the corner. Brands and Zioka. Corner, money. And KPA are forced to take a timeout as Ulinzi Warriors make a run of their own to cut it through an 11-point game. Ulinzi Warriors are fighting tooth and nail, and they do not want to play tomorrow. KPA are fighting to keep their season alive. Ladies and gentlemen, these are the playoffs. And the intensity, the passion in this gymnasium right now is just crazy. And we are back. It's an 11-point game with the KPA Dockers in the lead. With 1:16 left to go in this quarter. A minute and 16 seconds. KPA need to get a couple of good possessions to end this quarter in a high. Ulinzi, on the other hand, they need to get some stops. Corner three, no good. the ball goes out of bounds. Branson Zioka with some urgency gets all the way, and he's met at the apex, and Spencer towers over him. That was a block. We need to see a replay of that. That was an amazing block right there by Spencer Morel. Ball is inbounded. Time winding down. 13 seconds on the shot clock. Simon Rapudo forces a drive. Foul is called on the ground against Trevor Gary. Or rather, it's called on Washington. But KPA in the foul penalty. They're over the foul limit. So I think that should be 2 free throws. Simon Rapudo going to the line for 2 free throws. As he can't get the first one to drop, much to the delight of the fans here at the gymnasium. "45 seconds to go in this half as he calmly sinks the second one. Lennox Wanje bring the ball up. Wanje to Washington. Washington to Trevor. Back to Washington. A little bit of show and go, and the ball is stolen, but good recovery by Wanje. Washington with the heads up play, and Megan can't handle the long pass. My God. Lennox Wanje holding his ground, but Simon Rapudo gets it to go either way. At that particular moment, he put some hustle in his muscle, and Ulinzi Warriors have cut this down to an 8-point game with the shot clock winding down with the game clock. Lennox Wanje with the pull-up jumper doesn't get it to go, and KPA have gone cold to end the second half. Will they get one last basket? Yes, they do, with the foul counted right at the buzzer. Ulinzi finishing this quarter on some high energy, the energy that KPA started with. Man, that was an amazing play right there by Branson Zioka with some urgency, with some hustle and some muscle. Basket counts, and he will go to the line for one shot. We have 2 seconds left on the game clock. Can Branson Zioka make this a 5-point game? At some point in this game, Ulinzi were down by 16. Yes, he does. And he makes it a 5-point game with 2 seconds left. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a ball game in our hands. The energy in this gymnasium is just crazy. KPA started off the game, they made a run, and Ulinzi have ended the half with a run of their own. At some point, they were down by 15 or 16 points, and now they're only down by 5. I have a feeling that KPA was saved by the half because they went cold and they could not match the energy that Ulinzi finished the half with. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back with the second half of this game as we leave you with some of our highlights from the first half. This is your point to go to the fridge or to take a stretch, take a walk, and we'll be back in 15 minutes. Right, and we are back for the second half of this thrilling game, which is living up to its billing. Ulinzi Warriors, they ended the half on a very high note, and some would say that KPA was saved by the referees because the momentum had shifted. So let's see after the halftime break whether KPA have been able to regroup and possibly go back to what was working for them in the first half. This has been a tale of two quarters. First quarter was total dominance by KPA. The second quarter was a great comeback by the Ulinzi Warriors. So let's see what the second half has in store for us.
The Ulinzi Warriors rallying back with high energy plays. They have increased their intensity, and now there's a bit of better flow in their game, unlike in the first quarter. So Ulinzi Warriors are showing that they are still in this game, that they very much will compete to the last whistle.
Yeah, as I said, this has been a tale of two quarters, and we underway. Gary Wekesa and Spencer called with yet another offensive foul as the coaches and the technical team from KPA hold their head in disbelief, in total disarray.
You can tell that the way they hung their head down.
I mean,
3 fouls that were quite unnecessary. All the fouls that he has picked were all unnecessary. I mean, at this point, Morel could be having 0 fouls, to be honest.
Yeah, because 2 of them were offensive fouls. Someone put out to Brands in the corner. Brands almost loses it, gets it in to Rapudo. Contested and a pushing foul by Regan Okere.
Yeah, Okere tried to pull himself back, but his momentum did not cooperate. So he picks up the foul.
So you're saying the Bluetooth device was not connected. Toby out to Gary Wekesa.
Kisilu was all alone in the corner, but Wekesa was focusing on one side and alley-oop, but I don't think Kisilu is the type of player for those kind of plays.
Well, he can jump, but the pass came pretty strong. I don't know, maybe he didn't expect it after asking for it. Beautiful give and go. Oh, Brands can't control it, and it goes out of bounds.
And Okesa is now bringing up the ball for the Dockers.
As Ulinzi have gone into a zone defense, which seemed to be giving KPA some problems to crack.
Buluma.
As Martin soaring high, but doesn't get it to fall. As neither team are to score yet.
And you can see now Ulinzi Warriors with very reckless passing. Trying to make sure that they have the numbers advantage, because Buluma was still on the floor while they started their offensive possession. So they're trying to push the ball as fast as they can so that Buluma would not be part of the KPA defense. Oh, beautiful fake by Tobias. Red up for 3, rims out. Kisilu.
Right there.
And Zio-Cat right to pull the ball from below the rim. And a goaltend is called. Kisilu gets his 2 points regardless. Coming to you live from the KPA Gymnasium in Makande. This is Okapi Sports Network. 41-34 is the scores. KPA still ahead.
High arcing shots as Ulinzi retain possession. Ball kicked out. Regan Okere with a baseline jumper. It bounces around and rattles in and gets it to go. The basket will count.
Wow. Morel is assessed with a technical foul, and Coach Kiki is very furious with his player.
I would be furious also.
I mean,
I would be furious also.
those are 4 unnecessary fouls in an elimination game.
Spencer Morel, he needs to be tougher mentally. His team needs him, and this is not the time to throw a tantrum or a fit, no matter how frustrated or how angry you are.
I mean, not to downplay his talent, but at some point you become unplayable if you cannot keep your emotions in check, especially when the games get tougher, because people will be looking to exploit that weakness in you. And Ulinzi Warriors have understood the kind of opponent they are facing, and they're trying in every way that they can to get into his head.
And you see, he just gifted Ulinzi an extra possession, because the foul was called on Branson Zioka off the ball after the basket counted. But then now they send Ulinzi to the line for an extra point.
So he just made it a 3-point play inadvertently.
Yes.
Kisulu stepping out of bounds as he tried to go around Regan. And Yamo going to help Brands, rejected by Megan Yamo. But he picked up the foul as he tries to go for yet another rejection on Regan. A great defensive play by Megan. But Yamo goes to the line nonetheless. Sorry, Regan goes to the line rather.
I felt that he played that first possession well. Second one, he should have just stood his ground. KPA are going to get in the foul trouble very early in this quarter.
And the bigger problem is that their big men are the ones picking up the fouls. So when it gets to the fourth quarter, KPA will be having a lot of trouble grabbing their boards if their big men will get into foul trouble in this quarter.
As Regan gets the second one to drop.
And the 2-3 defense seems to be proving to be difficult for the KPA Dockers, finding their way into the interior. Buluma!
As he skips his way right to the basket.
He proves me wrong on this possession. Regan.
Strong drive, but doesn't get it to drop.
He took his eyes off the board when he was going for the layup. I mean, I think he was more intent on getting the contact, and he lost sight of the bigger goal as Wekesa rises up.
Gets
for
nothing
the
but the
pull-up
bottom of
tray.
the net.
And the groove is on for the Dockers. Fast break chance now. Tobias ahead of the park, going up. Rapudo cannot get to Tobias. Small man with big hopes. Toby with a layup.
And this is the type of energy that KPA need to play with. Oh man, this is a game of runs. This is a game of runs. And right now KPA are responding with a run of their own.
Indeed, there has been a shift on momentum. And the KPA Dockers are riding the wave now. Tobias with the last basket before the timeout was called. The hopes are still alive for the KPA Dockers.
As you can see the look in his eyes, he's totally locked in, totally focused.
The focus is at an all-time high. Tobias not saying a word, taking in the air.
Taking in the advice also from his coach. KPA seem intent in forcing a game 5. Let's see whether Ulinzi Warriors have other ideas. Ball is inbounded to Branson Zioka, being hounded by Gary Rekesa. Jersey number 7 on jersey number 7. Brands looking for options and looks intent to get to the cup, makes an adjustment. Omega Nyamo comes up with it. Nice pass by Gary Rekesa. Toby calms things down. The ball is swung over to Toby with Omega Nyamo. Gary Rekesa wide open and gets it to drop. Nothing but net, and the gym goes into a frenzy.
The kids are jumping up, celebrating, and Tobias almost coming up with a steal.
Oh, and Elvis with a sneaky basket to temporarily stop the bleeding.
Tries to calm the fans down there, Elvis, with that layup.
Toby almost loses it. He does a turnover. Ball is thrown out of bounds. And you can see the frustration on the Ulinzi Warriors bench and the technical team. You can see the jubilation on the KPA side. It's just an amazing feeling what sports can do to you. Megan thought about it, kicked out to Martin. Toby flipped stop, doesn't get it to go as John gets the rebound. Elvis with a pass, it gets to its mark. Branson Zioka into Elisha. Elisha going baseline. Oh,
and
yes.
Travel is called, yes. He took an extra step, Elisha. And that, we have to give props to Megan Nyamo for holding his ground. Not getting baited by that pump fake. And one thing I have to give props to Megan Nyamo, he's been very disciplined. He has even received passes at the corner for 3, and he understands the type of player he is. As Brands comes up with a steal and loses the ball, ball goes to the KPA Dockers. Megan Nyamo has been very disciplined. He understands that he's not a 3-point player.
Yes.
So every time he gets an open 3, he chooses to pass it back to able players who are more accustomed to taking it beyond the arc.
Toby being hounded by Elvis. Toby looking to put the moves. He gets it out to Megan. Megan to Martin, wide open. Martin with the 3-point, doesn't get it to go too strong. There's a battle for the rebound as Ulinzi secure it. And Simon Rapudo brings the ball up. Simon Rapudo, straight line drive.
And it counts.
Yes, because he had already gathered the ball, and the ball never went down to the floor again after the foul was called.
And I think the KPA defenders just stood for a while after they had the whistle. But Rapudo wise enough to make it a continuation, earning his 2 points.
As he calmly sinks that free throw amidst the many jeers and boos from the fans. And a careless mistake.
A steal.
And an easy basket by the Ulinzi Warriors. And Coach Simon Kiki is supposed to call a timeout. Scores are 50-45. 4 minutes and 16 seconds left in this quarter. I'm telling you that the tension is so thick in here.
The Ulinzi Warriors are finding ways to keep themselves alive in this game. The KPA Dockers had a momentum on their side, and now the shift has gone to Ulinzi, making it a 5-point game with 4 minutes left in the third quarter. Still a lot of basketball to be played here at the KPA Gymnasium in Makande.
Oh man. Ulinzi Warriors seem very intent in not wanting to have a Game 5. KPA also, on the flip side of the coin, are trying their level best to force a Game 5 tomorrow. As the fans, we are here for it all. If it goes to a Game 5, that just means more basketball for us to watch.
A lot of basketball, and that is the hope for many fans. They want their team to win, but they also want to watch more basketball. So it's a catch-22 situations for many people. You want to win, but again, you also enjoy the basketball as a sport.
I think the only people who are the minority who don't want a Game 5 are Ulinzi Warriors.
Yeah, Ulinzi Warriors, definitely.
But for the rest of mankind, we wouldn't mind a Game 5.
Yeah.
But hey, by the end of the 40 minutes, we will know whether we are back here tomorrow or we look forward to Ulinzi versus Nairobi City Thunder. Yet another turnover by KPA.
Rapudo finds Elisha. Akoi rises up for three.
High arcing three.
Too strong.
And it's interesting to see Spencer back in the game. Let's hope he can keep his cool, that he can maintain his composure.
And the KPA understand that they really need him. But again, Spencer has a way of making himself irrelevant by fouling unnecessarily as Rapudo tries to force matters. But Buluma wouldn't give him a chance. And he chooses to pick up the foul.
KPA have had 3 turnovers in a row without even getting a shot off.
I think the problem comes with their impatience on offense. They need to relax. They need to give at least each one a touch before they attack the basket. They have to make sure that the defenders keep moving and shifting. And in that way, chances might open up, especially when it's a zone defense. It will be very hard to penetrate into the interior when the defenders are set in a zone defense.
Just a few minutes ago, when KPA made their run, what was working for them was their patience on offense. They were swinging the ball around, finding the loopholes in that zone defense by Ulinzi. But right now they're trying to force issues and taking unnecessary drives. As Simon Rapudo chips into that lead a bit more. Ball out to Toby Odhiambo. Toby Odhiambo out to Monte. Monte back to Gary. Gary flips it over to Martin. Shot clock is winding down. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Kicked out. Gary has to put it up. And Toby comes down with the offensive board. Oh, there seemed to be a lot of contact on that particular play. Yes, and the referee has called the foul. There seems to be an issue at the scoreboard, and the referee has gone to check it out. They have issued a foul and shooting two. As Toby Odhiambo, I feel like he really needs to score these free throws to stop the bleeding, because they haven't scored in a minute. Toby Odhiambo at the line gets the first one to go. High jumper, it rattles around. John Washika comes down with it.
Rapudo loses his footing. Tobias comes up with a steal.
And he calmly, Spencer with the three off.
He rushed
long
it
rebound,
this time
goes
round.
out to Gary Wekesa. Spencer back to Gary, to Toby. Toby, high arcing jumper, doesn't get it to go. With the shot clock winding down, ball is out to Elisha.
Elisha rises up, met by Tobias!
He's met by Toby right at the apex of his jump.
A
and
meeting
Toby,
at the summit.
and he made a huge defensive play. We all know how high Elisha jumps. And Toby says, I'm meeting you right up there. I don't want to meet you down here. I'm meeting you right up there.
Once again, small man with big hopes. Tobias rising up to the occasion.
That's a small, big man right there. Elvis Akoi being hounded again by Martin. Martin is a total pest on defense. Elvis with the baseline jumper, and he sinks it. And he makes it a 3-point game. He makes it a 2-point game, sorry. As we have a jump ball with bodies going flying.
KPA Dockers making a lot of energy plays now as we head to the home stretch of the third quarter. And for the first time, we are seeing an Ulinzi Warriors player on the floor. Perhaps gassed. It rarely happens.
But there he is. He's just walking up like nothing happened.
I think he was just resting.
You know the way he like sat up and walked up. He reminded me of the Undertaker from WWE. Elisha Odhiambo, Kenyan International.
Great childhood memories from the WWE.
Elvis Akoi. Elisha, nice fake.
Nice fake. Step through, rejected by Morel.
Oh.
He lost his defenders. But Morel was there to put a stop to that offensive trip. Morel, a jump shot, misses, rebound Elisha. Oh, what a careless pass there, and Buluma rises up and throws it down.
And sends the crowd into a frenzy. Oh my God.
A fight at the block there. They're trying to post up Elisha, and Tobias once again breaks it up.
Man.
Tobias is everywhere. He's being a pest on Elisha right now, Tobias. He won't let him have peace at all.
Oh my. As the fans, we are being entertained. Oh, in the words of the gladiator Russell Crowe, are you not entertained?
Are you not entertained? That's another turnover is forced on the home court of the KPA Dockers. Ladies and gentlemen, in as much as we are giving you energy on the commentary booth, you just have to be here to feel the energy levels.
We are trying to match the energy level here in the gymnasium because it's crazy. Toby with a deep three almost goes in. The rebound is controlled by KPA. Back out to Toby. Toby, oh, with an inerrant pass, a bit too high for Monte. As Gary Rekesa and Megan Yamo check in for Spencer and Martin Buluma.
A lot of hustle plays by the Dockers now. They go to the post. Ulinzi Warriors looking for something. Elisha baseline kicks it out to Rapudo. Spins. Rapudo rims out. And the Dockers on the races. Trevor bumps. A lot of bodies on the floor.
As Elvis Akoi takes one for the team.
And we ran out of time in a quite thrilling third quarter.
They had no awareness of the shot clock, but high energy plays by the KPA Dockers to end the third quarter as they hang on to a narrow lead of 4 points.
I mean, the shift in momentum started with the Dockers, went to Ulinzi, and now ends with the Dockers. What a ride in this third quarter. With 1 quarter remaining, we are yet to see the best of these two teams as KPA tries to extend the series to 5 games.
And on the flip side, the Ulinzi Warriors are doing everything they can to prevent it from going to 5 games. We have 10 minutes of exciting basketball on the way. And we are back for the fourth and final quarter. The big question is, will this be KPA's final quarter of the season? We'll find out in a few minutes. As KPA begin the quarter with a turnover. Simon Rapudo bringing the ball up. Being added by Toby, trying to put the moves. Yes, he gets away from him. And Elisha is blocked yet again. Spencer did very well to get out of the way to avoid getting another foul. And Simon Rapudo knocks down the three, and it's a 1-point game, ladies and gentlemen.
And I think, just to go back to Spencer Morel, that was very smart of him, because I was expecting him to bump into Elvis Akoi. Wekesa in the corner. Oh, the defender finds him flying away. But Elisha comes up with a rejection.
And Gary Wekesa thought he had one man beat, but then the next man stepped up. As Monte flips it up, Spencer goes up big. And another emphatic rejection by Elisha. He's giving them a dose of their own medicine.
Rapudo
doesn't get it to go.
Elisha
right
blocked by Monte. And now everyone is crying for a foul on both ends of the floor. The KPA Dockers through Spencer Morel asking for a foul. And Elisha also asking for a foul on the other end.
But let me tell you, this is a block party right here. Everybody gets blocked.
I think the referees are trying to let them win, whoever wants it more. And this is the moment in the fourth quarter of this elimination game. Akoi left all alone, pulls back, finds Rapudo, who seems to have found his groove now. Wekesa high on Rapudo. Rapudo saving himself from that trap put by Gary Wekesa.
And if there's one thing I've noticed, I must mention it. Simon Rapudo is a great sportsman. Even if you make a very good defensive play on him, he will give you a high five. If you fall down as the opponent, he will lift you up. Some people of the old school basketball will say he's too nice. But then when he drives to the basket, he turns into a totally different animal.
You know, people who watch the Detroit Pistons, the bad boy Detroit Pistons,
yes,
always think basketball is a physical game beyond the normal physicality that is allowed in the sport. So I think it's an issue of what type of basketball you watch more coming up. Well,
I am blessed to have watched, I think, 3 different eras of basketball, and actually 4, you know, and it's amazing. Ball in, Martin Boluma wide open, lets it fly, too strong. John Washika pulls down the rebound, and he takes on temporary point guard duties, kicks it out to Brian. Brian to Elvis, back to Brian, wide open.
Tobias has a size disparity there. Easy lay by.
There was no help. There was no help defense at all. And we are tied with 7:43 left.
Oh, beautiful crossover by Kesa, but loses the handle. And Ulinzi Warriors loyalists survived that scare. Kesa had lost his defender on that crossover move, but the basketball gods smiled upon them.
Brown with a pull-up 3, too strong as Martin Buluma pulls it down, brings it up. Martin Buluma being guarded by Simon Rapudo, and it's deflected out of bounds. KPA possession, 16 seconds on the shot clock, 7 minutes and 17 seconds left to go. KPA's fate hangs in the balance, and they have 7 minutes to make something of it. Salim a bit too strong. The long rebound comes to Toby, and he skips his way to the basket.
Oh, what an acrobatic play by Tobias.
Toby is doing it all today. He's putting this team on his back.
And Elisha fighting for position at the post. Buluma not giving him chance and space. Ball almost lost. Akoi puts up a prayer. Does not get answered, and Kisilu secures the ball for the Dockers. Wekesa now off to the races. Tobias left all alone. Fake, drive. Ball to Buluma. Kisilu thinks about it. Fakes, bumped. And the referee plays bad box. If you watch that movie, you know.
Nothing
That's total blindness. And
about
Tobias!
net. Oh my God. Talk about energy players. And the gym has gone into a frenzy. It's crazy up in here.
Tobias is built for the moment.
Oh my God. That just sent the gym into a pandemonium.
He is one of those players who rises up to the occasion. Tobias Odiambo.
He has definitely risen up to the occasion today.
We saw it in the finals in last season matchup against the Nairobi City Thunder, and he would not let Ulinzi Warriors as well. Elisha finds his way through the defenders. Rapudo, a traveling violation.
Yes, it's a travel violation because you cannot jump on one foot and land on that same foot.
Yeah, I think we talked about that yesterday. Many players usually fall for that travel. They jump on one foot and land, and then jump again on it. Now we can see the Warriors have extended their defense. Tobias left open. Tobias misses. Rebound secured.
Brand brings it up. Straight line drive.
Oh, Kisilu!
With an emphatic, energetic, amazing block.
For a moment, Brian thought he was all alone, but Kisilu had him in sight. The energy from the fans has risen even higher. If you were to measure the decibel levels, perhaps we would have exceeded the maximum limit.
As the ball is knocked out of bounds. Ulinzi Warriors basketball, 5 minutes, 18 seconds to go. Gary Wekesa with the three. Toby right there, thought about it, flips it up, doesn't get it to go. And KPA retained possession. Scores are 57-53. 5 minutes and 9 seconds left.
Oh, Kisilu with a reckless turnover. Rapudo
with an easy layup.
He made sure that ball went in. I think he thought of a dunk,
but didn't want to risk it.
Yeah, understanding the moment is too big for highlights. The points are more important. Buluma rejects the screen. Back to Kisilu, to Wekesa on the corner. They seem to be leaving Wekesa all alone at the corner. Buluma fakes, drives, forces up a shot. Buluma comes up empty.
As the shot clock was winding down, Ulinzi Warriors secure possession. It's a 2-point game. Collins Muliro left wide open, rises up for the three, in and out. The rebound is secured by KPA and a foul by Regan Okere.
And Kisilu upping his defensive game, securing the rebound, but Regan was a bit late and couldn't stop himself from running into Kisilu. 4 minutes left to play in this game. Morel turns around, fouled.
And he gets a trip to the free throw line for his efforts.
And his importance to this team cannot be underestimated.
Totally.
But still, Ulinzi just down 2 points. Anybody can go home with this game at this point as Bure checks in. A bit of experience for the Warriors.
A bit of experience and also an antagonist to try and bait Spencer into fouling out, I'm sure. Spencer, he misses the first one. As he misses the ball, Buluma soaring high, keeping the ball alive. As Toby gets there, oh my, that ball was bouncing all over the rim. I think he got away with a travel.
And a possible carry also.
Brian wide open, too strong. Gary Wekesa comes down with it, and he calms things down as they get into the offense.
2 points separating this team with 3 minutes left to play. Buluma pass to Morel. Morel rises, but is fouled.
Although I felt like Buluma had a layup. Let's see the replay again. I felt like Buluma had the layup. Buluma loves to do teardrop, and I felt that he had that wide open shot. Timeout on the floor by Ulinzi Warriors. 3 minutes and 37 seconds left to go. KPA hang on to a 2-point lead. They are trying to hang on to their season. The question is, will they be successful? We have 3 minutes and 37 seconds of basketball to find out. But one thing that can be said about KPA today is that they have brought the energy, they have brought the fight. They really are fighting to keep their season alive.
Yeah, the energy started right from the tip-off of the game. They took a very big lead early on, but Ulinzi Warriors slowly but surely brought themselves back into this game. And at some point, it looked like the KPA Dockers had given in to fatigue. You know, as they say, fatigue makes the cowards of all men. But the KPA Dockers chose to fight through it. And now with only about 3 minutes left to play in this game, will they be able to finish what they started? Or will the Ulinzi Warriors book their slot into the finals?
We have 3 minutes and 37 seconds to find out. Spencer Morel at the line for 2. KPA lead by 2. And he rattles the first one in. But it's still a 1-possession game. Can he make it a 2-possession game? Spencer Morel rattles in the second one. As KPA go into a full court press, this may be a bit challenging. Spencer, remember, playing with the 4 fouls. Antonio Bwire out the corner to Simon Rapudo. Simon Rapudo is doing a lot, and he gets it to drop. I mean, you can't play better defense than that. That's just...
Rapudo just threw it up in the air and hope against hope. And it being a Sunday, the Lord looked down upon Rapudo.
Spencer, beautiful move. Oh, $100 move with a 10-cent finish.
Elisha was lost on that defensive
Collins
player.
slips.
Tobias goes on the way. Tobias raises up, misses.
Martin Buluma misses at point-blank range, much to the dismay of the crowd. Oh my God, that was a point-blank miss by Martin Buluma.
I think they're going to the post. They're trying to bait Morel to pick up that foul. Muliro loses his man. Floater!
Throws it up and throws it in.
And the game is tied.
Collins Muliro, a hometown boy. And Coach Mike Opel quickly asks for a timeout. Oh, this is the type of game that we love to see as the fans. I do not envy the players one bit right now. The tension that is on that floor, the nerves. This game is going to go down to the wire.
And it is at moments like this, when the boys are separated from the men, game is tied. It's quite easy to say you are best if you are ahead. But when everything is level, When time is your enemy, when your opponent is giving you the best, will you be able to rise to the occasion?
KPA are fighting to save their season. Ulinzi are fighting to secure a spot in the finals after quite a while. You know, I'm pretty sure that tonight there are going to be some very tired bodies out there.
I'm not sure how the players will feel for game 5. I know the KPA Dockers wanted to go to a game 5, but for both teams, the first order of business will be to eat your food and go to bed as soon as you can. Because the fatigue is showing even in the game.
We are tied at 59, 2:30 left in this game. Ball out to Gary Ekesa. Inside to Spencer here, the inside positioning. He's fouled again. Man, Spencer is living at the free throw line.
And Spencer Morel just cannot be handled.
They have no answer for him whatsoever.
He has the strength and the size to dominate deep in the paint. And the Ulinzi Warriors have to make it a point to double him so that he cannot get the balls in there.
Anytime it's single coverage, Spencer, he gets whatever he wants to get. And if they don't foul him, it's a sure basket.
Everyone is a mismatch for him at the post.
As he gets the second one to drop.
KPA make it a 2-point game once again. Elisha bringing the ball down, trying to beat Morel. Elisha with a series of moves, goes to the post. Elisha goes deep in the paint, turn around, forces his way under. Kisilu secures the rebound, but he passes it straight to Nzioka. And the fight for the ball, and the referee says,
yes, that's the right call.
It stays with the Dockers.
That is the absolute right call, and the referee got it spot on.
And the ball hit Elisha's leg as they were scrambling for that possession.
We have hit the 2-minute mark in this game. KPA hang on to a narrow lead of 2 points. Martin Buluma being guarded by Simon Rapudo. He gets the step, kicks it out. It's intercepted by Brands. Off the races, Collins Muliro.
Muliro side. Troubling violation is called. Great call by the referee. That is a very great call by the referee. We have to give him that. Once again, we said you cannot hop on one leg and land on it. The rules are clear. They cannot be violated. I know emotions will be high, but that was a travel.
I would love to see the replay because I don't think he landed on the same foot. I don't know.
I think the replay should be brought even back further for confirmation.
It's okay.
We'll try to get it back to you when play stops. But for now, Morel against Regan at the post. Kisilu. Ball.
Shot clock is winding down.
Buluma.
Wide open shot. Buluma. Too strong.
Ball kept alive by Tobias. And Kisilu throws it straight to the hands of Wekesa. Wekesa to Tobias. Tobias fakes. Ball to Morel. Muliro breaks it. And the fight, but Wekesa keeps it alive for the Dockers. Kisilu rises for three. Misses everything. And Rapudo secures the ball.
Man, the energy. We are under a minute left.
Buire!
Antonio Buire with the dagger.
The old man with a bag of tricks.
Antonio Buire with the dagger that possibly might send KPA home. As Ulinzi take a 1-point lead with 39 seconds left on the shot clock. Spencer Morel in and out, doesn't get it to go. And a foul. And Simon Rapudo will go to the free throw line.
What a shot by Antonio Buire.
Would that be the shot that ends KPA's season?
That could be it. Right time for the coach to place him in the field of play. Antonio Bwire, locked in, loaded, rises for the three, and the rest you have seen with your own two eyes. What a shot by the Ulinzi Warrior veteran.
KPA were not in the over the foul limit just yet, so it's a foul on the floor with 35 seconds to go. Antonio Bwire being hounded by Salim Kisilu.
Bwire with the fumbling dribble, and Bwire with the turnover now. Morel, a race against time. Morel, 8 seconds left to play. Oh, what a almost turnover by Spencer Morel. I'm not sure what he was trying to do there. Spencer Morel losing his focus.
We have 19 seconds on the game clock. Ulinzi Warriors are hanging on to a 1-point lead. KPA timeout. This could possibly be the play that either ends their season or keeps it alive. Ladies and gentlemen, this is exactly what we anticipated coming into today's game. High energy, high octane, a toughly contested game. And this game, everything, like nothing has been given for free. They have fought for everything. Every score you see, every block you see, people have been fighting tooth and nail.
Indeed, it has been a fight, one that you expected. And now, as we enter the home stretch of the game, the coaches will be put on the spotlight, who will come out with a better strategy to close it out. And even more important, who is that one player who will take matters into his hand and put his team above the other. KPA Dockers, Ulinzi, game 4, 19 seconds left to play. Elimination game here. What a show we have had. What a fight. And now as we edge even closer, as the fans shout, as everyone is on their feet, morale high, everyone in support of the team that they choose to support. Will the KPA Dockers extend a game 5, or will the Ulinzi Warriors book their slot to face the Nairobi City Thunder in the finals? 19 seconds for that determination to be made. This is Okapi Sports Network, where the basketball is played at the highest level.
As Martin Buluma is set to inbound the ball, the coaches have drawn up their plays, have come up with their strategies. The ball is inbounded out to Toby. Toby with the drive, and is blocked. With 14 seconds on the game clock. We have 14 seconds on the game clock.
And Tobias lost sight. Martin Buluma was all alone at the corner 3 there. I think they're trying to go to Tobias. Tobias picked up by Smolamuro. Tobias up! And Tobias! Oh, what a play by Tobias Odhiambo as the fans enter the field of play, and the ball has to be stopped now. Tobias showing up big.
Ulinzi Warriors have called a timeout.
Wow, Tobias! What more can we say about the number 10 player for the KPA Dockers?
He has put his team on his back.
When the moment calls for it, Tobias comes up with the answer. Tobias wanted it. He took matters into his hands and he told the boys, I'm putting you on my shoulders. Watch me work, Muliro. And Muliro just could not keep up with Tobias.
Now it is KPA's turn to play some defense as they hope to hang on to a 1-point lead. This has been a thriller. This has been a nail-biter if you're watching from home.
We just cannot tell you how hyped up everyone is in this gymnasium.
It's crazy. It's crazy. This is exactly the type of basketball atmosphere.
If you think you know what energy is, this is the place to witness it. Coming to you live from the KPA Gymnasium in Makande. This is Okapi Sports Network.
Game 4 of the semi-finals. KPA are trying to extend their season by one more game. Ulinzi are trying to end KPA's season today. 8 seconds more of basketball and we will find out.
Season on the line. A final insights for the Warriors. This, ladies and gentlemen, is it. This is the moment. This is the time. And will Ulinzi Warriors redeem themselves, or with the KPA Dockers come up with the final stop of the game? Buire trying to outmuscle Kisilu. Time running out. Buire receives the ball. Kisilu doubled by Tobias. And Tobias is called for a pushing foul.
Yes, but they are not over the limit. So it's going to be an inbound.
Tobias foul on the floor, so the Ulinzi Warriors will inbound the ball with
6 seconds to go.
6 seconds to go.
The official game clock says 6 seconds.
We're trying to match the official game clock, and yes, there our graphics man gets it correct. 6 seconds to the finals, or 6 seconds to a game 5. The fans on the sidelines, everyone on their feet, and Morel.
Noel and Rigon seem to be having some words.
The big men will battle it out. Muliro tries, gets the ball, picked up by Kesa Muliro. A fight for the rebound. Morel secures the ball, loose ball, time running out, Rapudo.
Yes.
And that is it, ladies and gentlemen. The KPA Dockers force game 5 on their home floor. This is quite the game.
What a total heartbreak for the Ulinzi Warriors.
The fans have walked them through the game and to the finish line. And you can see the level of craziness. Tobias might just run for president at this moment.
Toby's being carried head and shoulders. The fans realizing the effort he put into the game today to keep their season alive.
If the city of Mombasa chooses a governor right now, Tobias will be on the poster. I can guarantee you that.
Oh, if the city of Makande. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been totally exciting. This has been a nail-biter. Everything that we hope for as fans.
Mark that name, ladies and gentlemen. Tobias Odiambo, the man for the moment. A small man with big hopes.
As the fans, we got what we wanted. We are back here tomorrow for game 5.
What a game. What an ending to an elimination game. And what a spirit by the KPA Dockers to force their series to go to a game 5.
And game 5 will be played tomorrow at 4 p.m. right here in the KPA Gymnasium, Makande. And we will bring it to you live. So tomorrow, please tune into Okapi Sports Network. Even right now, as we leave you with the sights and sounds from the jubilation happening on the court. KPA really fought for this win and they deserve it. Also, Ulinzi put up a huge fight after going down big in the first half, the first quarter, and they came back to make this a game, to make it a contest. And that is exactly what you want to see.
It's been quite the afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. From me, Philip Ogada, and Tranel Arun, we say good night.